Oh, snap. Snap. Mm. Okay. All right. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. We'll definitely see what happens here. And we got this big move on the Nasdaq, but um, hmm, hmm. Realized about $600 at the profits already. Yeah, guys. Yeah. All right. So overnight during the presidential debates, I was in a short position, and I swear the Nasdaq was playing with this entry. My feelings were hurt. I got it on the ES, but the Nasdaq, she was just playing with me all night, and I finally got it. So, um, huh. So we're seeing initial sell-off. Let's see. I think the market wants to get to at least 50. Maybe. I mean, we did see a nasty drop. Man, that was nasty. So obviously this is the one. Mm. All right, so let's actually look at what CPI actually said, because I didn't look at the report. I knew it was going to be some bullshit anyway, so all I care about is the market reaction to the news, not necessarily the news itself. So we got CPI today. And as expected, even though it doesn't reflect nothing in reality, but as expected, food and energy came in better than expected. Tell that to your local grocery store. It came in better. It came in at expectation year over year, but better month over month. So price index came in a little bit under expectation year over year, but it came in at expectation month over month. I mean, this is just the election year shenanigans, man. So people that live in reality know that this data does not reflect everybody's reality for sure. It does not reflect everybody's reality. So last night I streamed the presidential debate. There was a lot of things happening. I feel, and this is my opinion, I feel that anybody that watched the debates last night and didn't actually see who the target audience for this debate was, if you believe that this debate was to convince people to vote for Trump or to vote for Harris, my opinion is that this debate was not for that reason. This debate was solely for the undecided, Gen X, Gen Z. Kamala Harris came out doing the Trump hand thing. She sounded like Obama, but most importantly, she sounded like a mom. She sounded like a mom. And I know that this might be weird to hear, but just imagine like when you start to do something silly and your mom comes in and she's strong and she disciplines you and she tells you what you're doing is wrong. Now, look at what Harris did to Trump all night. saying that, oh, there's going to be name calling. He's going to be lies. This is what you're going to get from this candidate, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. Even though she was doing all the name calling. It was more emotional than logic. And I feel that if you looked at it logically, obviously Trump is the more competent candidate. That's obvious. Her team knows that. So she didn't use that route. She used the emotional route. And as traders, we know that emotions overrides logic 100% of the time. And she connected emotionally with the viewers. And because she connected emotionally, and Trump came in saying, oh, this is what I'm going to do for the United States. These young voters, they live in such a fantasy world. They haven't stepped foot in reality a day in their lives. Since they can remember, a phone, iPad, a screen has been in their face. They live in a virtual social media world. To them, reality is what happens through social media. So this debate, in my opinion, was not to convince anybody to vote Trump or Harris. It was to get those young voters, those young, undecided voters, to get them emotionally connected, because Harris did appear strong, confident, and competent with her scripted remarks. And that was the whole point. That's my opinion, because you're not going to get anybody that's already for Trump to vote for Harris. There's nothing that Trump could have done in that debate last night that would have swayed his voter. There's nothing that Harris could have done in that debate that's going to sway any of her voters. Nobody that was already going to vote for either of those candidates was going to change their minds. It was to get those undecided young voters to vote for Harris, because let's just be honest, that thing was rigged against Trump. All three debaters were, the moderators and Harris were debating against Trump. They were fact checking Trump like everything. They even gaslit people and saying that the manager, I forgot which state, I really don't care. There's millions of videos of these undocumented immigrants eating animals, and yet they came out on live TV and said that wasn't true when there's videos online like we don't got the internet. It's crazy how they'll sit there and lie, and yet people will still eat it up because they know that there will be no fact checking. They know that. That's why they're so confident in lying. And the people that's going to fact check it, they're not going to buy anyway. So, yeah. And then Harris also tried to make an emotional connection and say that she was at she was there during January 6th, when she herself in 2021 stated that she was not there. So if she felt confident enough to lie about something like that, what can you do? They feel so confident lying to the American people now. It's almost scary. And I was talking to Smith about this yesterday, that I was watching this live stream, and it's scary that there are some people that absolutely do not live in reality. They live in a delusional world, and these people are voting, and their votes are going to affect everyday people's lives. And it's crazy. It's obvious that they're not mentally there. The reactions, there was some guy that actually believed that Trump goes out and kills cops, and he felt so passionate about it because he believed it. And I was like, wow, when did Trump went out and killed cops? But he believed it. He was arguing with people about it, and that's what was very scary about it. So they know who they're appealing to. They know that they're appealing to the uninformed voter. They know that these people are not going to fact check. They already hate Trump. They just need a reason to articulate that hate. And the media is giving it to them. So, you can't hate the player, you got to hate the game. But the lies, to someone just to blatantly come out and lie about things, is, in my opinion, is despicable. That's just my opinion. Yeah, she said that she was there. Yeah, and she wasn't. And I was like, dude, it's like, hold on. I could have sworn I read something that said that she wasn't there, so I had to I took the screenshots and sent it to Smith, and I was like, yeah, she blatantly freaking lied on that stage. And I was like, wow, They didn't fact check her. They was like, didn't you actually put out a Facebook post that said that you wasn't there yourself? Her herself said that shit. So I was like, how can you lie like that, dude? Like, it's so crazy, but nobody's not going to fact check it. And I don't know if anybody missed the part where she almost called Biden Obama. Did anybody catch that? She almost called Biden Obama. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see a bunch of videos about that because that's already been a conspiracy that Obama is actually the person. This is his third presidency. And then I guess through Kamala is going to be his fourth and possible fifth if she wins. But she almost called Biden Obama. So I just found stuff. I just think stuff like that is very interesting. It's very interesting. But in my opinion, she looked strong. She looked presidential. She looked confident and competent. And to young voters, undecided voters that tries to stay neutral, I believe that she got that vote. And if the elections were today, I think she would win because of the debates last night and the angle that they went through. And I think I saw something that actually I think I just saw something this morning where they said Taylor Swift actually finally endorsed Kamala Harris, saying the same exact things that I said that, I was undecided, but now I see that Harris and whatever his name is the right choice for America. Obviously, I'm paraphrasing, but if you want to read that, Taylor Swift has officially endorsed Kamala Harris. So this is just a game being played. And unfortunately, logic is not going to win in this situation. It's going to be emotion. And if Trump doesn't appeal emotionally to the undecided voters, to the Gen Z, X, whatever generation that doesn't know nothing about logic and they live in a fantasy delusion world, that's what's hurting him right now. Because let's just be real, this new generation, the only people that they know is their mom. That's why when I saw that she's acting like Trump's mom, disciplining him. And if you rewatch the debate, you can see that she was scolding him. And this new generation, that's familiar to them. Their whole lives is with their moms. Their mom decides everything for them. They fight their moms. Their mom tells them what to do. They'll fight their mom and turn around and say, Mom, I need money for lunch. Give me some money. It's like this new generation, their moms are everything to them. So I just felt that I picked up on that last night and I was like, that's very interesting that she's doing that. So if you rewatch the debates with that in mind, because she didn't talk about any policy, she didn't really answer any of the questions. She only appealed to the fears that people already have about another Donald Trump presidency. That's all she did during the entire debate. And unfortunately, the uninformed voter, that's all they need. They just need fuel to their fire. So I think, in my opinion, Trump's team needs to, he already has the logical side. He needs to start appealing emotionally to these new generational voters. So, but that's my opinion. But I also think it's crazy that they can confidently say that the economy is doing better than Trump's economy when people can't afford anything. And I was telling the stream last night, I was like, well, people like us where we have disposable income to trade in the market. It may not be enough, but it's enough to where it's not, if you buy multiple combines, evals, it's not affecting your lives. There are people that can't even dream of spending money the way that we can spend money. So it doesn't affect people like us. We lose, like $500 on evals every month. So, it's to that, losing $500 to her voters, which is like, this is the craziest thing, is like, they can't survive. They go on TikTok and say how life sucks, and yet they're like, yeah, Kamala is going to be she's the solution we need. It's like, dude, like, make up your fucking mind, dude. Pick a struggle. But logic is not going to win this. It's always going to be emotion, unfortunately. So that's what makes this election very scary, because if Kamala is successful, then we can expect more candidates like her in the future, where they're not competent. All they're doing is reading from a script. They're not talking to the press about their policies. They're not talking about their stance and what they're going to do to make the economy better. I don't think she answered any questions of how she's going to handle other world leaders like Xi and Putin. And I understand we live in the United States. I understand that women are very capable. They're very smart, and they're capable of being leaders. But the rest of the world does not believe that. They don't believe that. And a lot of women are oppressed around the world. And for her to be the first female president here in the United States, and we're already losing that leader status, she needs to be very competent and confident when she speaks with other world leaders, and she needs to have a plan. And if she doesn't have a plan, that's what makes things scary, because now they're like, well, obviously the United States is no longer strong anymore. Trump was right. A lot of these, I mean, look at what's happening now. I mean, the world is moving away from the dollar. We're not hearing about it anymore. We're not hearing about BRICS anymore. It doesn't mean that they're not doing it. The world is already trying to separate itself from the United States. And that's the only thing the United States have at the moment, that petrodollar. And its economic influence over the world. I mean, like I said before, there's United States military bases all over the world. The United States has colonized majority of this world already. However, man, I know I should have took this damn thing short when I saw it. However, if other world leaders like Russia and China is already, I know reports are saying that China is number 2, but in my opinion, the amount of influence that China has, the world, Africa, Russia, I think Brazil, if I'm not mistaken, China is already amassing a lot of global influence. And I wouldn't be surprised that in the near future, that China is going to be the new dominant power of the world. I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't, because of the moves they're making now. The influence, the amount of money that they're investing in other parts of the world. They're basically behaving as the United States did in the past, because obviously, and that sucks. I figured that it would at least hit my target, but China is definitely amassing a lot of global influence. It really is. So they do things more efficiently and cheaper, and that's why there's so many tariffs against them, because if China had their way, a lot of American industries would kind of not exist anymore. And I think I read a documentary about how China and Mexico has like a secret deal, like a lot of things, like Mexico and China has built a relationship. From what I've seen, there are Chinese migrants flying. I forgot where they fly into, but the Chinese government is, quote unquote, paying cartels to immigrate Chinese immigrants into the United States. And this is a document that I watched over the weekend, and I was like, wow. It didn't surprise me, but wow. So it's obvious that China and Mexico has some form of relationship for something like that to even happen. Because let's not be naive. The Mexican government, I mean, what's the word? It would be irresponsible if there's Chinese migrants using Mexico to migrate into the country, into the United States, and the Mexican government didn't know about it. It'll be very irresponsible of them to not know. So I don't play games like that where there's no proof and blah, blah, blah. They know that that's happening, because if it happens more than once and it happens with a group, then yeah. And when I watched this documentary, these guys were well dressed. They're wearing expensive clothes. They're clean. and for the cartel members or whoever, the coyotes or whatever you want to call them, to not rob or to take advantage of these people, that speaks a lot of volume as well. They get safe passage into this country. So that just tells me a lot about what's going on. And it's saddening that we're in this state, obviously, that this is what hardworking people have to deal with. I know a lot of people, veterans. I mean, I've seen a lot of videos of veterans saying that, they get $20 in food stamps, and people that migrate to this country is getting tens of thousands of dollars in food stamps, a bunch of benefits, tax free this, tax free that. And, people that serve the United States, they have to fight for 100% disability. When I was in school, there was a program where I could get food stamps so I could eat it was like $200 or $100 in food stamps as I went to school. And I'll be the first to say that I hated every second of needing that. But at the time I was in school, I wasn't where I was at now. And that right there it motivated me to move forward. It was like, I don't like how this feels getting assistance, but I'm not going to be so egotistical or stubborn and say that, okay, well, I'm in school, I need to focus on my studies. So these food stamps card, at least for right now, is going to be very helpful. And I only got like $100 or $200 a month. And I've been in the military, but at the same time, $5,000, $10,000 in food stamps. And then at the same time, I had to qualify and not make this and not make that. And if I was a student full time, if I wasn't a student full time, I wouldn't have qualified and blah, blah, blah. It just seems like all these qualifications are put on these assistance programs for United States citizens with the claims that there's not enough for everybody to go, or there's not enough for everybody. And yet all of a sudden you get thousands of dollars for undocumented immigrants into this country. But I mean, I understand the game is being played. I mean, they're trying to turn them into voters. I get it. But it's just not a good look for people that are actually dependent on the government, and they got to jump through hoops just to quote unquote get a small percentage of the quote unquote American dream. So it's a lot. And I can understand that emotionally, a lot of this stuff is going to make a lot of people angry, because a lot of people had to work for what they got. And all of a sudden now the United States government has money to give to millions of people that hasn't even paid not one tax dollar to the system. So my bad, for sure. Says most scary thing, brother, even if Trump wins, we only get 4 years, maybe. Yeah, and then I was thinking about that too. I mean, if Trump wins in 2024, we're only going to get 4 years. And then honestly, the Republican Party, it's the worst thing about the Republican Party right now is that their best candidate is Donald Trump. Now they could do the thing where Vance, after Trump's 4 years, that Vance he starts to run for president. And I think Vance would probably be their best chance at this point, their best chance, and DeSantis. But other than that, the Democrats have embedded themselves in the minds of everyday people. If you watch television shows, all the politicians are Democrats that act like Republicans. The Democrats behave conservatively. They're successful. They're smart. They work hard. And I'm not saying Republicans don't do that or Democrats don't do that, but we're talking about the values that they stand on. Conservative, smart, or not smart, educated. They spend their times reading and getting better. I mean, that's the idea of but with the Democratic Party, they want them to be dependent. Do as thou wilt. Don't be burdened by what has been and just follow rules. we'll take care of you, but do what we say. So it's like, I just like, well, how do I want to say it? So, like in these TV shows, that's how Democrats behave. They behave as Republicans. And I just find it interesting that the Republican Party doesn't defend themselves. It's not even an equal playing field. That's why the Democrats can get away with so much. That's why they can sit there and lie and gaslight you in your face, and a lot of people will just sit there and say, "Yeah, okay." It's just I now see what's that book called? What's that book called? Damn, it's probably Napoleon Hill. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's the Interview with the Devil or something. Let me see if I can find it. The Interview with the Devil? Oh, Outwitting the Devil. Yeah, Outwitting the Devil. If you read that book, I mean, you don't even have to read it. If you listen to it, because I mean, somebody's reading it for you. If you listen to that book, everything that's happening now was said in that book. And this is why a lot of this stuff is like, it's interesting that a lot of the stuff that started in books are now playing out in reality. Mm. I mean, I don't think so. I mean, if we get a move up, it'll probably be like right here, and then we'll see. Mm. But anyway, so yeah, it's called Outwitting the Devil. I mean, let me pull that up. Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. This is the book right here. It's free on YouTube to listen to. Everything that's happening, the dumbing down of the masses. I mean, they don't teach nothing in school anymore. They made it impossible for teachers to be teachers, or at least public school teachers. There's a lot of kids. I mean, if you look at TikTok, simple math equations is the hardest thing in the world. PEMDAS is like the first thing that I learned. But I guess with this new generation, PEMDAS is like it's like, what is it? Rocket science to them or some crazy ass shit like that. Like PEMDAS is so easy. And they can't do simple math equations. I mean, that just shows just how uneducated this new generation is. You still have adults that don't even know how to do math correctly, and it's mm, mm, yeah. So, but I guess I'm gonna get off my soapbox now. I'm gonna get off my soapbox. And for Shiro, hopefully that does not. I mean, I do expect for there to be I do expect for there to be um, craziness come election time. We might have something similar to January 6th, even though there's videos. I mean, that situation within itself is crazy because I mean, there's obviously videos of these people not doing what the media has reported them doing. You even had officers escorting this group of people through the Capitol, and I mean, on it, like I said, I wasn't there. I'm not going to believe the media. I've seen videos that contradicts what the media says. So I guess to them is they don't care what they lie about as long as you believe it. They don't care what they lie about as long as you believe it. That's all they care about. Like Kamala Harris being at the Capitol. I still can't believe she said that shit on live TV and nobody didn't say anything. I'm pretty sure they're going to see some videos about that. I'm pretty sure. But she sat up there and lied about that. And then, so. But going back to the charts, I do agree with you, Gain Weight. I already got my short puts. I already bought my puts because this is SPY right now. And we're definitely going down. We might see a bounce here at like 39, 40 possibly. But I think we break through this because the money is definitely not up the upside. CPI was either going to blast us above these highs or we was going to see downward momentum. And based on the technicals, I mean, it's right here. It's clear as day. This is why I bought puts yesterday on stream. You got this high right here. I mean, if CPI didn't take out this high, I mean, this is where the money is right there. If it took out those highs, it didn't do that. SPY didn't even make a move for real. You can see that it rejected at yesterday's high at that 21 EMA. We'll probably get that move down back into this area of support. But I feel that we'll probably get like a small bounce. And then we're breaking through that. We're breaking through that. So that's my opinion. And like I said, Game, but I do agree with you. I do think that I think 930 might be the high today. It may be the high. But I was hoping for 950, but I guess they said that 950 is enough or 930 is enough. And I'm starting to see I'm starting to see them do this a lot. I mean, obviously during the summer, when we had a bullish move up, the bulls at least retested this high before they gave it up. But you can see that, I mean, you can see that at least the bulls, they tried buying it because I mean, they're buying it. They're buying at the bottom of the trend every time it touches. So, I mean, obviously, this is where it wants to go. So let's see if they're going to reject it here. I mean, if they reject it there, then we're definitely going to see that move down. So. Yeah, but I guess next time what I'll do with this one, I mean, I didn't get stopped out, but I mean, I was up crap. I didn't get stopped out of this one, but or at least not yet. I got saved by the skin of my teeth, I guess. I mean, I got my stop literally right here at this low. So I mean, I know that if it touches this, I mean, we might see a bounce, but I mean, it's more than likely that price is going to run through it. And we might see them actually short this right here. We might see them because okay, so let's see what they do. Because it does appear that the bears are going to come in at the top of this. They're going to come in at the top right here. They're already coming right there. So I mean, they could get like a pop back up here, but I don't know. I mean, we do got the trend indicator though. We do got the trend indicator saying that they want to start, but I don't know. I think today is going to be a down day, especially with SPY selling off. Especially with SPY selling off. So the Nasdaq is going to do her thing, but I think overall we're going to see a down day today. And it sucks. But I guess if I was still with this UProfit account, so I was in right here at the top from yesterday's session. and I sold here at the 50 EMA on the Nasdaq, and I sold here at the 50 EMA on the ES. I would have been still good in my ES trade if I didn't close it out here. I would have made more money, and I still would have been good in my ES trade. If I didn't take profits on my Nasdaq trade, I actually would have got stopped out, I think. I would have got stopped out, I think. I don't know. I think I have, yeah, I would have got stopped out because I had my stop at 905. I think I was in around not 863-ish. Yeah, like 860-ish. And I would have got stopped out because I had my stop at 905. So it seems like if I hold something overnight, I might have to have a bigger stop on the Nasdaq because I would have got stopped out of this damn thing. But at the same time, I definitely wasn't going to hold this after the presidential debate because I kind of figured that we was going to see that move higher. Kind of figured that's what we would have saw. All right, so let's see what they do here. I mean, I think we might have some, you know what? Let me reduce my risk on this because if they come back, then, I mean, I know that I'm wrong. I know they're going to just stop me out. So either the bulls, they're going to have to buy or they die here. They buy or die. But it looks like they're going to die. I mean, in my opinion, I think they fail. But I think they fail here. He says target is shit about to obtain. Target is 1801. All right, so he said target is 1801. Let's look at that. Like I said, Gameway, I definitely agree with you. My bias is definitely short, but I'm not foolish. I know that these bulls, as soon as they find support, they're gonna buy it. And as soon as they find support, they're gonna buy. So it's but I do see it though. It does look like price is gonna get rejected. I mean, yeah. If you're long in this, I would definitely look to protect myself or consider taking some profits. Or consider taking some profits because, I mean, we all know that the bulls can do it. We know that they can. We know that before the bears actually get their move, the bulls are going to keep trying and keep trying and keep trying. The only thing that's concerning about longs right now is that on the higher time frame, you got the 21, the 50, and VWAP sloping to the downside. And the market is only being held up by a sloping 21 or 200 EMA. Now you can see that they bought here. Obviously, you can see that they bought it here. They bought at the 200 EMA. But the 200 EMA, I don't think is that it got that much clout that it beats VWAP, the 21, and the 50, all agreeing that price should get shorted right here. And you can see it. Price got shorted right here. So if you're in this long, reduce your risk or consider taking some profits. I've already made majority of my profits already. I think I'll only lose $30 in this. I've already made $700 in this move already. With 3 micro contracts, I caught that whole move from top to bottom. I guess I could have had more money. I guess I was up $900. I lost 3. So, I mean, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I know that I can always make that money back. That's what the runner's for. That's what it's for. But in the future, what I might start doing is actually just moving it up. I think she just stopped me out. Man, shit up. All right, so I got stopped out. Yeah, I got stopped out. $30 loss. Well, actually, from the highs, it was like 300, but um, it is what it is, man. That's all I can say. It is what it is. Ugh. Uh, so, as I stated yesterday, 3 micro contracts with 27 points of risk is $150. If I double that, that's $300 of risk to possibly make $600 to $900. And this position, I was risking $300 and I was up 9 before this thing completely crashed. What I'm trying to say is that it really has me rethinking that this is probably the best way to trade. Because I was thinking about this. You have a 10 lot on, and we do have profit targets along the way. I mean, we got it along the way. Where's my thing? I mean, 18, 27, 45, and a runner. And I think that right there is, I think, $700. I think that's like $700, I think. If I get all my targets hit plus the runner. But I'm risking, I think, $400 in the trade, $400 to $500 in the trade, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So if I got 13 contracts and I have a 27 times 2 times 27. So on 13 contracts, I'm risking $700 with a 27-point stop to make just the same amount the way that I have it. Now, obviously, I can make more than $700 because of my targets and where I have them, obviously. But if I was wrong, I would lose $700 on a 27-point stop with 13 contracts. But I usually, when I'm trading 13 contracts, I trade an 18-point stop. 18 times 2, or 18 times 2 times 13. So with 13 contracts with an 18-point stop, I'm risking $468 per trade. And I can make up to 700, leaving me with a, 300? What? 702 minus 468. So $234 price difference. But if I take multiple losing trades, then statistically, that takes away my edge. That takes away my edge. I mean, it works. I'm not saying that it's wrong. It works. It definitely does what I need it to do. I know when to get in. I know when to get out. Or, well, I know when to get in. I still have to work on my exits, obviously. But statistically, it doesn't give me an edge. Trading 3 micro contracts with big targets, 80-point target, 100-point target, and a runner. Statistically, I can lose 2 or 3 or 4 times. And let's just say I have the 300. I can lose 3 times in a row. That means I lose 150 points per trade. And one trade can bring me back to break even. Statistically giving me an edge. That I can lose more than I win, and I can still be profitable. Oh yeah, I forgot I was recording this. Okay, so usually I record my trade so I can watch later. And I think I was up. So that right there, so I was up 136 points, and you can see my entry, obviously. I brought the Once price got above the 21 EMA, I bought that retest, and then I just rolled this thing up. And it didn't even get near my stop at all. I think what, because I bought it as it was going up. So I really didn't have any drawdown in this position at all. I didn't have any drawdown at all. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, we're definitely getting dumped. Look at the ES. Look at the ES. Yeah, we're definitely dumping. We're definitely dumping. Look at the freaking ES, dude. I think my puts are good. I think they're good. Look at the ES. Look at the Nasdaq. Look at this, man. I should have took that damn short, man. Well, I guess my puts are up, but my puts are all the way. Actually, let's look at that real quick. Let's look at my puts real quick to see how much they're up, because I got to remember that I don't necessarily need it to be at my strike. As long as there's a lot of bearish momentum, then that's all that matters. Let me look at my position real quick. Dude, I was about to say, because I know I bought puts. I know I bought puts. So, all right. So my puts right now that I bought yesterday are up $33. I think I'm up like what, 50%, I think. I don't know what the percentage is at, because I bought these for a dollar, or which one did I buy for a dollar? So at least this one is up 50%. These puts are up 50%. Actually, yeah. So yeah, actually, how does that math work? What's this thing was freaking telling me? Yeah, because I bought it for $6, and now is there $20. So I bought it for 6, and now they're 20. Um, and so yeah, I'm gonna hold these until tomorrow. I think we will see a down day all day today, but we'll see. We'll see. Actually, kind of wish I was in this. Kind of wish I was in this. That would have been nice. And you can see that 508 entry right here. That 508 entry that I was talking about. So I got the 507.50. Yeah, I was looking for 508 last night. Looking for 508, and once I saw that it touched 506, I just got short when I saw it moving down. Talked about that level in the NA meeting last night, but I guess if I waited, would have got this nice leg down. Mm. All right, so we got to break a structure here. So I'm guessing that they're going to try to go for 597. That's my assumption. I wouldn't mind shorting. Let's see what happens if once price gets to 525. I don't mind shorting. They may actually try to find support here though. I want to see what they do here at the 21 EMA. If the bears, I mean, we're going to see them come in here. They're going to try, but I would prefer to short here. I would prefer to short here. We got this breaker structure. We're here at this neckline. I want to see what the bears do once we get the retest back into this area. We may get like a small little short squeeze, but if I see it fail back down, I'm shorting that. Uh, uh, Keep on selling, baby. Keep on selling. Keep on selling. I mean, I may close these towards the end of the day. I mean, my position is up. I mean, I'm up right now. I should close it, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to close this. Um, hmm. Clean up is column 12, huh? Okay. All right. So I'm up 75% on this position. I'm up 75% on it. Mm. And that's how I like trading options. I like buying them cheap, far out of the money options. And I like getting paid like that. Lower, I only lose $2. So I only buy like 3 contracts. Altogether, I lose about $7 to $10 if I'm wrong. But I'm able to make literally 10x my money. And that's how I like to trade options. When I deviated from that, that's when I lost all my money. So this time I'm going to stick to that. I'm going to stick to that. And I'll probably close these at the end of the day, depending on where if so. I might just let's look at SPY real quick again. Yeah, that does look like a double bottom. That does look like a double bottom. All right, so that does look like a double bottom. I do want to see what they do here because I think the money is to the short side. You can catch bounces, but I think the money's going to be to the short side all day. And that's what I'm going to focus on. So when the market bounces into an area of supply, I'm going to take it. I just got to be patient for it. But kind of going back to SPY, I mean, SPY is in an area where, or is going into an area where it could potentially bounce. Like I said, I think if it does find support here at like 537 or something, I think the most we'll probably get is here at 542. and we'll probably see the rest of the dump from there. Like I said, I'm gonna probably close out that position towards the end of the session, but I'm gonna let it run because I think the Bears. I think they're not done. They're not done. The Bears are far from being done. You said Tommy said he missed all his trades. He got peaked. Oh, you missed them. Oh, you're saying that you lost your trades, or that you saw your trades and you missed the opportunity? I kind of want to make sure I'm understanding that right. Yeah, but kind of going back to this, I guess I should have saw this. I should have saw this coming. Hmm. They might, dude. They might actually try to. Oh no, no, no. 7:30. Yeah, I'm gonna sell it when it gets to here. I'm gonna sell it when it gets to here, or at least I'm gonna try and short it. I'm gonna try. Damn, dude. Damn, yeah. Okay, yeah. I feel your pain, dude. I feel your pain. I feel your pain, dude. Damn, I feel your pain. Yeah, because I was like, that's why I was scared last night, man. I thought they was gonna take me out of this one too. Take me out of my short from yesterday. I thought they was gonna take me out too. But with CPI and then after the presidential debates, I just kind of figured that they was gonna pull that crap because they had. I don't know if you use Bookmap, Tommy. I don't know if you use it, but Bookmap had so much liquidity up here at 900. I was like, dude, they're coming for that. They touching that. They're coming for it. And I do want to say this for those that don't think that Bookmap does not work. Uh, you have to understand the power that is Bookmap, especially in the futures market. The futures market is a centralized exchange. That means, unlike stocks, where they have different exchanges where orders can be routed to, the futures market only has one. It's a centralized market. So every order that goes through it shows up on Bookmap. Now, I'm not saying that there's probably not no dark there's not like a dark pool version of it for like really rich people. I'm pretty sure there is, but officially there's only one. And the orders that you see on Bookmap are real orders. And how I use Bookmap, it just tells me where the liquidity is. That's all you really need to know when you look at Bookmap is where the liquidity is. Because even though the market moves in a structural way, liquidity is the gasoline or is the fuel that moves the market around structure. So if you know that there's a bunch of liquidity building up around 900, you should keep in mind that eventually the market is going to take that shit. We don't know when it's going to take it. Bookmap doesn't tell you that. Bookmap just shows you where the liquidity is, and using it outside of that, I feel, is the wrong way to use it. It's not a magic black ball. It doesn't tell you where to get in and get out. It just showed you where other traders are at in the market. And if you're thinking about a double bottom here, and you see there's a lot of liquidity resting underneath these lows, the market is going to tap it and it's going to bounce. I mean, it's a reference. Now, because I saw that it was a bunch of liquidity up here, I was scared for my short all night until it finally get hit. I was up until like 11 or 12, making sure this shit didn't bounce on me. And the crazy thing is, after it hit my target, it ran all the way down to freaking 700, which kind of pissed me off because I was sitting in this position all night, and as soon as it hit my target, it flushes. And I'm like, yo, what the, like, but the liquidity was down here, but then there was also liquidity up here. So that's why I was like, I don't know. But that's how I use Bookmap. All right, so I'm gonna take a screenshot because I don't know like the rules. Actually, this is actually a good screenshot right here. This is actually good because I don't know like rules on using other people's things, but I'm just going to take a picture of the Bookmap itself, and I'm just going to talk about it. All right, so this is a screenshot of thing with Bookmap, and you see where all the liquidity is. Let me make this bigger. You see where all the liquid? This is how I use Bookmap. I'm not saying that my way is right. I'm just saying that I feel that it's the most effective. I feel like it's the correct way to use it. But obviously, people use this thing the way that they want to use it, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so I'm gonna erase that. All right, put that. I mean, you can see that right here. There's a lot of liquidity sitting right here to short this market at 695. You can see that there's buyers here at 650, but you can see that, I mean, where's price at now? Yeah, the liquidity got ran. These sell stops right here got used to sell this market to the downside. You can see that the CVD is negative, so, and you can see it also right here. You can see that on the higher time frame that the bears have the momentum. So using Bookmap, you can kind of get an idea of, okay, so if the price comes back up here, I need to be mindful because they're going to try to take this liquidity and they may continue to go up, or they may swipe that liquidity. The short sellers sell their short positions to buyers, have the buyers hold the bag, and then the market goes down and then seeks out this liquidity. And you can see that the buyers were buying this at this potential double bottom here. You can see that people were trying to potentially buy the double bottom, but instead of the price going up, their buy stop or their sell stops got used to fuel this market to the downside. So it's just a liquidity game. It's market structure. It's market structure. And it's market structure, and it's the liquidity above and below it. And the market likes to tap into this. They'll tap into that. They'll tap into this just to do this. So, I mean, that's why I feel that Bookmap is definitely an efficient tool. It's a powerful tool in the futures market. I don't believe that it's that great of a tool in the stocks. I mean, if you're looking at stocks, I mean, I'm not saying that it's not helpful, but you have dark pools in stocks. You have dark pools. You have multiple. What's those things called? You have multiple exchanges that these orders are routed to, and I'm pretty sure there's a law that says that they have to report it. But the thing is, I'm pretty sure there's a time limit to where they don't have to report it. I'm pretty sure there's a They have to report it within a certain time frame, but they don't have to do it right now. So with stocks, you can sit here and say that, oh man, there's liquidity sitting here at 650 as an example, like with NVIDIA. Let's just say that there's liquidity here on NVIDIA. Well, you could try to long this. It can work, but you got to remember that there's other exchanges that are also taking in orders for NVIDIA. So that's why, in my opinion, Bookmap isn't really good for stocks. But with futures, is only a centralized exchange. You see all the orders, you see where majority of the orders are, and you can build your plan around it. So and we saw it. Look at that. I mean, you can see it. You see it in the candles, you see it in the chart. You see where they broke below this trend line, and you see this stop run going lower. We saw on Bookmap that there was a bunch of sell stops sitting right here because people were trying to buy the double bottom for a potential move up. And we got this move down using their sell stops underneath this area of liquidity. That's why Bookmap is so powerful with futures. It's very powerful. And if you're not using it, you're cheating yourself. You're cheating yourself if you're not using Bookmap with futures. But we'll see. So I was looking to sell this retest, but what the Nasdaq likes doing is she might find support here and she might run all the way back up here. Oh man. All right, so let me look at this real quick. It's always my Nasdaq chart of this crap, yeah. All right, yeah. Okay, so I wouldn't try to short this. The way that yeah, I wouldn't short that. And like I said, I would buy this actually. Because we may see a move all the way back up here. I don't know what it is about my Nasdaq chart that they don't like to. I don't know why they keep doing that with my Nasdaq chart. Hmm. Yeah, this target probably highly unlikely to get hit. I don't think we get that much of a recovery if we do see one here. I'm thinking that the most, if I'm successful in this position, the most I'll get is this. Okay. Mm, 420. We don't need that much of a big stop on that one. 420. I actually gotta make one for the ES. Gotta make one for the ES. Okay. All right. Okay. So I was wrong about that. I'm just looking at your comment now. It says it's rejecting. Yeah, you're right, gain weight. It's rejected. Indeed. Mm. May have gotten in a little bit too early on this one there. You did that gain weight? Mm. Man, the Nasdaq does things just to do it. I mean, I know I bought at that damn double bottom. You know what? It gives me an opportunity to get in long again. I think I might have just gotten in too early with the Nasdaq. I think I might have just gotten in too early. If I see this reject on the ES, then I'll close it. But I think the ES is done. I think the ES is done dropping for right now. I think I just got in too early with the Nasdaq. I think I just got in too early. But I will definitely reduce my risk on this. Hmm. We'll see what they do here at this level. I think I might have gotten in too early. Okay. All right. Okay. I'll reduce this. We'll see. Actually, let me look at that ES trade because, yeah, they rejected it. Okay. Mm, I guess I'll just leave it there, I guess. Mm, I guess not a good thing. Actually, I want to. This is the first thing I want to see. I don't necessarily want to see any other stuff. I want to see the percent on the date. I want to see the trade price, P&L percent, and that's all I care about for real. Trade price, trade price. Percent. Mm, mm. Yeah, I agree, gain weight. I recognize that I guess the market is going to go one way. So I'm just going to let this last trade play out. I've reduced my risk and I'm just going to call it. I'm going to call it because I guess we're not going to see a bounce today. or we're not going to see a bounce right now. I mean, I just played the double bottom. I played the potential double bottom, or earlier. I played the potential double bottom earlier. Oh, that's on the ES, my bad. So that. Yeah, I think I played the potential double bottom here, and it just didn't work out. So it just didn't work out. Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to close these out this afternoon because they're gonna probably lose too much value. I mean, unless we get like a drop and these get into the money tomorrow, but then that would kind of be gambling too. That would kind of be gambling. Mm, we'll see. So I think I got it right on the ES. I think the ES is getting ready for a bounce. Or maybe not. I probably have my stop exactly where people are probably going to try to buy. They're going to probably try to buy it down here. Probably got my stop. So I guess what I'll do is, what is that? 12. Okay, so she stopped me out. All right, so that's it for me on the Nasdaq at least. She's still going down. The ES is playing with it. So it does look like the ES is trading in the range. Hmm. I guess. Okay. Yeah, I guess this is just probably wishful thinking at this point. Just wishful thinking at this point. That's interesting. Hmm. And use the liquidity underneath that. So we'll probably see 497. Probably see 497. If not, then yeah, I'll probably have to do that. Hmm. All right, so I think I gave back all that money. Yeah, I'm only up $40 now. So all that work, I'm only up 40 bucks. Big money, Sherm, 40 bucks. I think honestly, now that I kind of think about it, even though I lost two trades just now, I think that's the best way to combat days like these. I think this is the best way to combat days like these, where the market is only trading in one direction. We're not getting bounces on both sides. Two trades took out one good trade today. And if I took my profits on that runner target, or at least managed that position a little bit better, I would have still would have been up like $300 because that contract was up $300. Um, hmm. Yeah, today's not a total loss though. I broke even for today. I'm still positive $40, but crazy. But all right. Mm. All right. So this is how my option position is doing right now. Up 77%. Like I said, only spent $6 on this damn thing. And actually, so I'm up $14 because I got bought 3 contracts. So I've already, well, obviously I'm up 70%. So I bought it at 6 and I can sell it at 14. Like I said, I'll probably sell this at the end of the day. I'll probably sell 2 at the end of the day. And hopefully we don't see a big bounce. I mean, we could see a bounce, especially with SPY coming into that area of demand. You can see that it's coming into it. I'm going to be keeping my eyes out when price. Actually, I probably should set an alert. I should probably set an alert. Let me do that. Hmm. I don't know why such a. I don't know why that is not something that I don't automatically see. That's interesting. Activity, watch list. I'm probably gonna close this one out because it got rejected. Hmm. Oof. Hmm. Oh, there it is. I was like, dude, where the hell is it at? All right, so I was looking for the alert this whole time. All right, so I want to know when price breaks below this low right here at 539. So I'm going to set an alert for price for SPY. So less than 439. Actually, probably like 75 because SPY be doing that. All right, so I got an alert set for that. All right, so I mean, this is definitely going to be a tricky long. I mean, I don't know if they made this bottoming pattern to rebalance this so they can keep shorting it, or if they want to come back up here and rebalance this area up here. That's the question. Let me look at this because ES is looking like it's ES is looking like it was going to bounce. So I was like, if the ES is going to bounce, then the Nasdaq is surely going to follow suit. So it's looking like the ES is going to bounce. So I'm only going to make the assumption is that the Nasdaq is going to follow it. Now, if we see a rejection at these highs on the ES, then that's going to be telling. But 20, 12. So this is already the 10-point move here. This is 10 points. And that's 13. So, yeah, I think this is good. I think this is good. I think this is good. Let's freaking navigate through this. All right. All right. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's all for me today, guys. I mean, I guess I made some of my money back. I'm back up $100, so I guess I can take that as a win. But there was a lot of lesson learned today, definitely. I think I'm gonna get my money back with this trade. I think the market is primed for at least a bounce, not a reversal, but just a bounce. Just a trade. I'm just trading the turn of the market. I'm very mindful. I'm being mindful about where price could potentially sell off. 20, 28, and I can easily take that. I'm pretty sure it doesn't get past that though. Pretty sure it doesn't. Spread that out, spread the love a little bit. I don't think y'all guys will ever really see me lose an ES trade. ES is just too easy to trade. I mean, it's just too easy. The great thing about the ES is that you can have a big stop and know that you're good. I think I might have lost, what? 8 points in this position, but I think I'm on the up and up. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm good in this. I mean, I don't like that. I don't like that it just made this double top right here. I don't like that. And the trend indicator just went red again on me. I mean, if we can get price to trade above these highs, then I'm good. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. And this is what I was talking about. Trading this way gives me a statistical edge. It gives me a statistical edge trading this way. I'm up $500 already in this. In both of my positions, I'm up $500. Trading this way gives me a statistical edge. I lost 2 trades. I won 1 trade, leaving one. I mean, I even won 1 trade, let a contract come back completely against me, went from 900 to 600, had to close the position, and now 1 trade brought me back. It took 2 trades to take me out to break even, and 1 trade to take me back. I'm trading like this from now on. It gives me a statistical edge. It gives me a statistical edge trading this way. You say you keep giving free game? Hey, Game Weight, I will say that you have been speaking this way for a very long time, and I will give it to you, man. But like I said, we're intraday traders. We're intraday traders. So we can't trade the way you trade. But now that my mind shift is shifted to just having bigger stops and trading like a swing trader, I have a statistical edge now. I lost twice and I got my money back. Isn't that crazy, guys? I lost twice, and with 1 good trade, I got my money back. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay. But all right, guys, I'm glad to end the stream here on a win. Uh, Glad to end it on a win, but the ES, I don't play the games with the ES. I'm gonna trail this because you don't, I mean, shit, you let a ES trade come back on, you'll start crying, and she ain't coming back. She ain't coming back. Typical NQ fashion. Typical. Typical NQ fashion. Huh. I have a freaking statistical edge. Isn't, yo, that is crazy, dude. Huh. I can't believe, man. God damn. Shit. All right, so uh I'm not gonna let that happen again. I'm not gonna let that happen again. We do got this. Do gonna trail this. All right, way to end the stream. I think just turning this bad situation into a good situation, and then it hits my target after I take it. That's fine. Um, it shows that this stuff works, man. It works. I lost 2 trades. I'm still in disbelief. That's why I'm saying it out loud and repeating myself. I'm kind of in disbelief because it's like this concept is so freaking simple. Why the hell did I not? Why am I now just seeing it? Okay, that's fine. I'm at that ES trade up 13 points. I'm pretty sure that the Nasdaq is going to probably dump here. I mean, if they don't find support, they're going to dump right back down. Okay. Okay. All right. That's it for me, guys. I got my money back with one good trade. One good trade. Wow. Wow. One good trade brought me back. Wow. All right, guys. I appreciate you joining. We'll do this again tomorrow. Peace out.